What's up, everybody? John Hoover, AllSooners.com, here with another of the very special guests, class of 2024 Oklahoma Sooners. This one's Danny Okoye, Noah homeschool, Tulsa, Oklahoma. He's right up the street from me, basically. I'm in Tulsa as well. Now, Danny, let's get started here. First of all, thank you for joining us. You've been super busy. We'll get to what you did last night. An amazing evening, but thank you. Appreciate you being here.
Hey, great to be here, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, for sure. You committed to OU in September. I just want trying to get everybody's feel for how everybody feels kind of right now. Signing day is here. You know, you've been a commit for a long time and now it's over, right? How's it feel? How's it feel to have it behind you?
Man, I'm just looking forward to getting on campus, man. It's been a long process, and now that it's finally coming to a close, I can finally just calm down and focus on what's ahead of me instead of what has been going on behind me. So, it's been a great time, and I've been blessed to go through this process, and it's coming to a close, and I can finally look forward to what I'm wearing, that crimson and cream. So it's gonna be a fun ride.
Yeah, I'm sure it's exciting. So you're going to be an early enrollee, right? So you're just a few weeks away from starting school at OU.
Yes, sir. I'm enrolling. Well, I'm getting on campus January 13th, so that's coming up here pretty soon.
Yeah, pretty exciting. Tell me about the relationship you have and how it's kind of evolved with Miguel Chavis since the first time you met him, and now he wears that hat everywhere, Edgeman. Got that mentality going. Tell me about how you've kind of evolved with him as a prospect and a recruit and a commit and now a signee.
I mean, it started off with him just being another recruiter. I was going through that process where I was talking to, a bunch of different schools multiple times a day, and he was just another guy, And then as time went on, and as I started to really, doing my homework on the program and Coach Venables and Coach Chave and Coach Bates, and I started seeing the potential that was there. I started to see that maybe there's more to it than met the eye. And as we built on the communication and we started talking more and conversing more, it became pretty obvious to me that there was a lot there. And he's gone from just being another recruiter to being someone I can really see as a mentor. To be honest, just the way he lives his life and the passion he has for the game, the passion he has for his players. It's not just being another athlete there. He's really trying to make you the best person you can be, and that's what I want out of a college football program. So, yeah.
What is that Edgeman mentality? What does that mean to you?
It just means getting after it, doing what needs to be done. We're kind of the unsung heroes, if you will. We're the guys who get down in the dirt and make stuff happen so that the receivers and quarterbacks can have their shine or whatever. So it's really just doing what you need to do and being disciplined enough to do it even when nobody's watching.
How did Brent Venables' in-home visit go last week? I know you had Chavis there as well and Valai, and you guys had breakfast. Tell me about it. It sounds fun.
It was a great time. They came down, we had time just to kick back, relax, catch up. It was just a nice vibe, just that family atmosphere, being able to not have to think about football and just, you know, reflect on memories and, just share stories and just have a nice family breakfast. That's really what I would call it. And it was definitely a great experience.
That's pretty cool. What does that say to you about Brent Venables? He's already got you guys committed. You're going to be signed in a few weeks, yet he's going around the country stopping and seeing basically everybody.
It's crazy, especially when you think he has a bowl game coming up
Yeah.
here and I was like, wow, that shows how genuine he is and the love he has for these incoming recruits and players he already has, and even people who aren't committed yet. You know, um, but yeah, it's you don't see that in a head coach every day. And being one of those guys that he chose to come visit, it was definitely a special thing to me.
You have any goals for your freshman season?
I'm just trying to get more technical. I learned a bunch of different things I'm trying to get on the field as soon as possible. Hopefully secure a starting spot by the end of the season. And I mean, being a freshman All-American would be nice.
For sure. A
Definitely
lot
would
of
be nice.
freshmen kind of get discouraged or don't show a lot of patience because they've been the man in high school, and then get to college and you got to wait your turn or you've got to work from the bottom up, whatever it is. Is that going to be hard to have that kind of patience, or are you just going to attack it without the idea of having to wait for anything?
Man, I've always been doubted. I've always been the guy that people are like, he's all right, but once he gets to college, I've heard that so many times that at this point, it's even like, I'll just have to show you what I can do. I'm not worried about, people being like, oh, you were the guy in high school and now you get to college. I'm not crazy enough to think that I'm gonna go in there and dominate everybody. But I'm definitely gonna do my thing and try my hardest to put on as good as a show as possible. Put on as good as a show as possible.
Yeah, kind of like you did last night at the U.S. Army All-American Bowl at the Star in Frisco. Danny, you were the best player on the field. I don't know who got the MVP, but you were the best player on the field. You had that crazy quarterback pressure that led to an easy pick six. I was watching some highlights. You were basically throwing your peers around the practice field that the Dallas Cowboys practice on. Final score was 62-37, man. Let's talk about that real quick. What was that experience like for you, getting coached at that level all week and then, getting to play in that facility against that competition?
It was great, man. It was an amazing game. The practices leading up to were great. Um, it was really just a nice time to go out there and play football. So I was just trying to soak it in, fly around, do as much as I can, and yeah, it ended up going the way I wanted it to go. Being able to play against really good competition, some of the best competition in the country, and had the type of game that I had, it was definitely a confidence booster, and I really enjoyed it.
Let's talk about your tweet from last night. I think it was last night about being no more talk about you not being able to play in 6A or something like that. You're a homeschool kid, so you're going to be undersold no matter what. Well, he's just a homeschool kid. You stood out last night. You showed out. Tell me about that tweet and kind of what that's like. There's a chip on your shoulder or an attitude written on your forehead. I'm
I
this guy.
mean,
I'm not him. I'm him.
I mean, I've had to overcome those type of statements for a long time, ever since I went from 6A to homeschool football my sophomore year. It's always been, oh, you're just a homeschool guy, and you're just a homeschool athlete, and you won't be able to do anything if you moved up to 6A. And I've always just sort of laughed it off because I know what I can do, and I've gone up against 6A guys at camps, and I do my thing. So I don't really care who I go up against as long as I can play my hardest, and I'm always going to do that. So that's all there is to it.
Do you have a way that you would describe your game? What kind of characteristics you play with?
Speed and power, just speed and power. That's all there is to it. Being a defensive end, you got to be fast. You got to be aware and focused. A lot of different things to process at the same time, and just fly around, make plays.
You got your roommate picked out yet?
Yeah, me and Nigel Smith are going to be getting to know each other really well here in a couple of weeks.
That's not fair. Jackson Arnold's going to be walking by the room one day. You guys are going to be in there. He's going to have nightmares or something, man. Because that's two crazy edge rushers right there.
Yes, sir. Going to make some stuff happen.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Hey, Danny Okoye, Oklahoma class of 2024. Can't thank you enough for joining us here at AllSooners.
Sir, thanks for having me again. Appreciate you.